Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hey, thanks for joining me, meteorologist Hutch Johnson, live on this Tuesday evening as we have improving weather to talk about. We also have a few hitches in the proverbial giddy up. A note from my sponsors. Hey, you can get that sump pump checked and, if needed, replaced by my friends at Robert Gibb and Sons. Now, here's something to keep in mind. There's a $135 fee for a sump inspection, but that inspection fee is waived if you need to replace that pump on the same service call. That would be a $550 replacement. That's it. So call my friends at Robert Gibb and Sons. That bargain actually ends in late June. So give them a call today. Some pumps typically last 3 to 5 years. Make sure your home stays flood-free. All righty then. Let's talk a little bit about the weather right now. And tonight we have some conditions that are changing. And as we go through the overnight hours, it's got a little crisp feel at times today, but that sunshine felt good. The wind, not so much. Let me know in the comments below where you're watching from. If you have a question, as always, the interactability of Hutch's weather is great. You can really help Hutch out by passing the word that Hutch is still doing weather. You can really help Hutch out by supporting me with stars and, as always, liking and following the old Facebook page here. Check out my YouTube channel as well. More on that in a second. We're going to start off right away with the forecast. Here's what I learned from you. Some of you just love the forecast graphics that we have here with the information on there. Tomorrow morning, look at that. The cold pockets are in blue. Some low 30s out there, here and there, across portions of the valley. So keep that in mind. We're going to have that risk for a few areas being on the chilly side. Clear skies, and the winds will be in places a little more brisk. Hi, Joni from Grand Forks. It's great to have you on board. Now, I think the strongest winds closer to the 22-mile-per-hour side will be out to the east as we have an exiting system. Temperatures there will generally be 34 degrees in Bemidji, 33 to 32, near freezing for a few from Badger, Greenbush, War Road, Roosevelt, 33 out there in Badette, 32 for Kitson County. That includes you in Kennedy as well as Walhalla, near 32 degrees. Out to the west, a little warmer, 38 Bismarck, 35 and 36 in Jamestown and Valley City, respectively. All right, everybody, golly, thank you, Paul. I appreciate your stars so very, very much. Now, this is what's going on across the area in the morning. Here's Fargo's planning forecast, 35 degrees. With a 22-mile-per-hour northwest wind in spots, decreasing as we go in. Tomorrow looks absolutely stunning after a pretty crisp morning. Now, I said 35 here. Take a look at this. I said, take a look at this. No, not that. This. Okay, in the area right now, we're already down in the mid-40s up north as you see temperatures on the Precision Radar, brought to you by my friends at Precision Lawn and Landscaping. Now, look at that purple over there near the Rochester area, western parts of Wisconsin. That is a wind, not a wind, that is a freeze warning. A freeze warning is in effect in these areas. So even if they've planted the good old petunias out there, they're going to have to worry about freezing conditions there. That's no fun. So I want to make sure that you're aware of that. We have not much on the radar in our neck of the woods, but as we take a look at a more national picture of the radar, there is active weather across the nation. So a quick little look and gander at what's going on right now. You can see we have a few showers, some severe thunderstorms down in Texas going on right now. There's an increased risk of severe weather as we go through the week, but for the most part, look at the freezing weather. We have severe thunderstorms out in the area of Detroit, Kalamazoo, and in fact, we just had a recent tornado warning in that area as storms have worked their way through. This system working its way toward that Cannon Township and Ionia area. That has caused the National Weather Service at times to issue some severe thunderstorm warnings, but they have a freeze watch in effect at the same time. So their weather, while they're getting ready for the cold to take hold, we're going to be miles of smiles with the temperatures like this for your day tomorrow. Hump day is over the hump, and we're going to start feeling pretty doggone spiffy, if I don't say so myself. Your wind speeds, southerly winds, 9.9 miles per hour. That's getting pretty precise with Hutch's weather. Clarine, good to have you. This is a wave back from Hutch. Here, I'm waving my hand. You see it on the screen? See it? All right, 76 out there in the big sky country of Montana. That's Sydney. Glendive, 75, 74 in Beach, 72 Bismarck, 70 Minot. And as we go into the valley, we'll be in the 65 to 70 degree range, but closer to 70 for most of us. Devil's Lake, beautiful, 67 degrees. And if you happen to be in Lankin here in Walsh County, I'm going to go with 66.6 degrees. Pretty good day there. And all the way up in Winkler, we're expecting temperatures in the 60s. Wow! 56 degrees on the shores of the big lake up there in War Road, Minnesota. On a sunny day, 59 for Babe the Blue Ox in Bemidji. Now down in Lakes Country. Here's Becker County and in and around that area of the Detroit Lakes area. Big Cormorant all the way out to Perham. I expect mid-60s, dropping off a bit as you get off into Wadena County. Mid-60s to 62 out in the Brainerd Lakes area. How about 66 in Fergus Falls? Just a delightful day. Sisseton, well, hey, how about 70 for you? I'm going to go with a 70 burger down there. All right, that's a look at that. Planning forecast now looks like this. 69 for Fargo, 10 degrees above average. Sunny and warming up. And then Hutch has this down here. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome on the forecast for your hump day. Okay, it gets even warmer on Thursday, 76 degrees as we take a look at the Precision Lawn and Landscape forecast. The planning couldn't be any better to get some yard work done by my friends at Precision. And as an introductory offer from my brand new sponsors, you can call them and tell them you need the Hutch discount. And the Hutch discount is, well, they're offering new customers 10% off on maintenance services. Give them a call. They'll tell you. But if you need lawn mowing, leaf cleanup, overseeding, aerating, dethatching, power raking, perennial cleanup, shrub trimming, you name it, they'll be the people to get a hold of and get you taken care of because, listen to this, a chance of some rain. That's wet rain, not white rain. As we go into Thursday, a couple of thunderstorms, not widespread, hit and miss. But Friday, more widespread. In fact, Hutch says rain likely as temperatures slide away into the 50s out there. Friday, rain showers and thunderstorms return. Weston, thanks for your stars. Thanks, Paula, for your stars. Watching in Oakley, Leora says, good to have you on board. Okay, so Friday and Saturday will be the main rain event. Temperatures dropping down, and then we'll have a break in between systems Saturday and into Sunday morning. So the middle of the weekend won't be covered with rain for your entire weekend. In fact, you might even get a peak of sun in between systems. Then that second system comes right out of Colorado with cold air. Look at that, 30s. That's morning temperatures cold enough for one of those things. I'm not even going to say it, but it's a four-letter word that begins with S, and ends with W. And it could be like white rain. That's as far as I'm going to go with that conversation. There could be that for a few, not for all of us. Sarah, good to have you on board. Thanks for sharing a highlight. Sarah's the one that turned me on to the fact that you can do that by typing @highlight. It'll take your friends and tell them about Hutch's weather. And you know what? You make Hutch's weather, your feedback. One of you called and said, or texted and said, hey, Hutch, your mic is only working on one of the channels. I'm only hearing you in one of my earpieces. So something I had to research and fix. It was a setting that I accidentally changed on accident. So thank you. Thank you for your feedback, any of it. It's just wonderful. Now, let's take a look at what we have going on with regards to the national weather and well, just an encouragement to you to find out a little bit more about that and where you can if you're interested. Here is a look at the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for severe weather on Thursday. So much of the nation will get a little bit of a break from severe weather on Wednesday. Then thunderstorms come a-rumbling and stumbling into Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas on Thursday. That reaches all the way up. Now, there's a risk of severe weather again as we go into Friday. And look at this. Some of the storms on Thursday, by the way, that hatched area is it's a significant risk for severe weather. Significant hail. Very large. 3-inch diameter hail. And there'll be also a chance for some areas to get some strong tornadoes. Now, look at this. Iowa, Missouri, eastern reaches of Kansas, Oklahoma, and into Texas. This is all the way into Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday. That's right. There's some severe storm and, strong tornado potential as we go through the next few days. And I have a video on that for you that I've put together. And that is going to go over some details about what are some of the things that Hutch looks for when it comes to finding out just a little bit more about those thunderstorms. And how do we know when thunderstorms might be severe? I go over some of that. It's kind of like, you're accustomed to Hutch. It's a little bit of maybe some weather school on some things that you can look at to kind of get an idea for when these storms may be strong to severe. That's it for tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening. It's always a pleasure to visit with you. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to check out Hutch's weather. For this Tuesday night, with improving weather around the corner, but when you look really far out there, well, we need rain, and there's a good chance of it. And it begins on Thursday night for a few of us with some rumbles of thunder. More in your forecast, updated right here throughout the day tomorrow and the week ahead, right here on Hutch.